Greetings, dear Scorpios. I, your experienced astropsychologist and spiritual mentor, am addressing you today on the eve of a period that will be a time of profound transformations for you. The stars whisper of the approach of a moment when you will face decisive karmic trials. This is not just a series of difficulties, it is the culmination of a long spiritual journey, an opportunity to shed the shackles of old patterns and soar to new heights. This week will mark the beginning of your final karmic battle, the arena of which will be your inner space, and the weapons will be awareness and spiritual strength. Do not be afraid of the challenges ahead, for each of them contains a priceless lesson, the key to unlocking your true potential. The upcoming period will affect various areas of your life: relationships, finances, health, self-realization. Be prepared for the usual way of life to falter, and long-forgotten fears and doubts to surface. But remember, Scorpios, your element is water, which means you have an incredible ability to adapt and transform. Like a phoenix, you can rise from the ashes, becoming stronger and wiser. Now, more than ever, it is important to remain conscious and vigilant. Do not let emotions overwhelm you, observe your reactions from the side, as if you are watching a movie about yourself. Listen to the voice of intuition, your inner compass, which will always point the right way. Remember that every thought, every word, every action matters and affects your future destiny. This period will require maximum concentration and dedication from you. Discard everything superfluous, focus on the main thing, your spiritual growth. Ask yourself questions: who am I? What do I want? Where am I going? And be honest with yourself in your answers. Remember that you are not alone on this journey. The universe supports, guides, and protects you. Trust it, open yourself to its wisdom and love. And remember that after every storm, there is always a dawn. Prepare to meet the challenges with an open heart and a clear mind. After all, it is now that the foundation of your future is being laid, the future you have always dreamed of. Consciously going through this period will open the gates to a new reality where you can fully realize your potential and find true happiness. But before we continue our journey, let me ask you a question that may already be brewing in the depths of your consciousness. So, child of transformation, Scorpio, we have come to the moment when the first wave of this karmic storm is ready to crash down on your inner fortress. Imagine, from the depths of the past, like a shadow woven from grievances and unspoken words, returns an energy vampire. This can be a person, a situation, even an old habit that subtly but steadily drains your life force, leaving only ashes of fatigue and disappointment. This vampire does not always appear in the guise of a villain. Sometimes it masquerades as someone in need of help, a friend who always needs your support, or even a project that you put your heart and soul into but that does not bring the expected results. It feeds on your sympathy, your desire to help, your loyalty. Here lies the first and perhaps most insidious trap for Scorpio. Your empathy, your deep ability to feel another's pain, can play a cruel trick on you. You may feel guilty for wanting to refuse, to set boundaries. It may seem that you are obliged to give the last, to sacrifice yourself for the good of another. You may begin to ignore the quiet voice of intuition that is desperately trying to warn you of danger. But remember, Scorpio, true strength is not in self-sacrifice, but in the ability to protect your inner temple. The spiritual task facing you now is to realize your own value. You are a source of light, and you are not obliged to share your light with those who are only trying to extinguish it. Learn to say no without feeling guilty. Set boundaries that will protect your energy, your time, your space. Remember that taking care of yourself is not selfishness, but a necessary condition for you to be able to fully help others. Successfully passing this test will bring you a priceless reward. You will strengthen your personal boundaries, turning them into an impregnable fortress. Your energy level will skyrocket, and you will feel a surge of strength to move forward towards your dreams. You will free yourself from destructive relationships that were pulling you down and open yourself to new, more harmonious connections. You will learn to love and value yourself, and this will become the most powerful weapon in your arsenal. Having freed yourself from this first shadow, you will notice how the quality of your inner landscape changes. But do not rush to celebrate the victory, for a new cloud is already gathering on the horizon, bringing completely different, but no less important, revelations. Greetings, dear Scorpios, seekers of truth and keepers of secrets. We continue our journey through hardship to the stars, and today I want to talk about the second trial that the universe has prepared for you this week. Imagine a deep well filled with crystal clear water. This is a metaphor for your inner potential, your ability to create and prosper. But suddenly, like a fog, an illusion of scarcity thickens over the well. It begins to seem to you that there is little water in the well, that it will soon run out, that others will get more. This illusion penetrates all spheres of your life, coloring your thoughts and feelings in shades of fear and uncertainty. The second test is the illusion of scarcity. A lack of financial, emotional, spiritual resources. It may seem to you that you lack money, love, recognition, talents, opportunities. This illusion is a cunning trap set by your own mind, fueled by old karmic knots. What traps lie in wait for you on this path? Envy is a worm gnawing from within when you look at someone else's well-being and forget about your own gifts. Greed is the desire to hold on to what you have, fearing loss, and thereby blocking the flow of abundance. Fear of loss is a paralyzing horror that makes you cling to the past and miss the opportunities of the present. Comparing yourself to others is a poison that poisons your self-esteem and deprives you of faith in yourself. But remember, Scorpios, you are warriors of light, and you can overcome any obstacles. Your spiritual task in this test is to realize your true values. Discard the husk of the material and focus on what is really important to you: love, health, freedom, self-realization, spiritual growth. Practice gratitude. Every day, find moments for which you can be grateful to the universe. It can be anything: a child's smile, a ray of sunshine, a cup of fragrant tea, the support of a loved one. Keep a gratitude diary, writing down all the good things that happen in your life. This will help you shift your focus from scarcity to abundance. Believe in the abundance of the universe. Remember that the universe is an unlimited source of resources, and each of you deserves to receive everything you need for happiness and prosperity. Meditate on abundance, imagine yourself surrounded by wealth and well-being. Feel the energy of abundance filling every cell of your body. The reward for successfully passing this test is a sense of inner peace. You will stop worrying about tomorrow and learn to live in the present moment. You will attract material well-being into your life, because your consciousness will be open to accepting the gifts of the universe. You will develop generosity in yourself, because you will understand that the more you give, the more you receive in return. Practical advice: every evening before going to bed, take a piece of paper and write down at least 5 things for which you are grateful for the past day. This simple exercise will help you change your mindset and attract more positivity and abundance into your life. Remember, Scorpios, you are strong and wise souls, capable of overcoming any difficulties. Believe in yourself, trust the universe, and you will definitely pass this test with honor. However, before we continue our ascent, let me hint that there is another aspect of your inner struggle that requires special attention. Greetings, dear Scorpios. We continue our journey deep into ourselves, into the very heart of the transformation that is now unfolding in your life. Remember, I am here to be your guide, your beacon in this difficult, but incredibly important period. So, we have already talked about those energies that seek to steal your strength, and about those illusions that make you doubt the abundance of the universe. You have begun to learn to set boundaries and open your heart to gratitude. These are wonderful steps on the path to awakening. But now, when you have already strengthened your positions, prepared for new challenges, the time has come to face yet another, perhaps the most unpredictable wave: sudden chaos. Imagine that you are sailing along the river of life, confidently steering your boat towards your intended goal. And suddenly, without warning, the weather changes. A storm rises, the river overflows its banks, and you are thrown from side to side. Your plans collapse, control slips away, and you find yourself face to face with complete uncertainty. This is exactly how this third test can feel. It can manifest itself in the form of unexpected events at work, sudden changes in your personal life, equipment breakdowns, canceled trips, sudden health problems. Everything you had so carefully planned can go awry. There are many traps here. The first and most dangerous is panic. When the ground disappears from under your feet, it is easy to succumb to fear and start acting impulsively, making mistakes that you will later regret. Another trap is resistance to change. You may try to keep the situation under control by clinging to old plans and beliefs, but this will only intensify your suffering. And, of course, depression and a sense of powerlessness are shadows that can envelop you, making you believe that you cannot change anything. But remember, dear Scorpios, that every crisis hides an opportunity. And your spiritual task now is to accept this uncertainty, to trust the flow of life. Allow yourself to let go of control and see where this chaos takes you. Remember that the universe always knows what is best for you, even if you don't see it at the moment. Instead of resisting, try to find opportunities in this crisis. Maybe the cancellation of the trip will give you time to rest and recover. Maybe losing your job will open up new horizons and opportunities for self-realization. Perhaps relationship problems will force you to reconsider your values and build a more harmonious union. Develop flexibility and adaptability. Be like the reed that bends in the wind but does not break. Allow yourself to be spontaneous and open to new opportunities. And if you can pass this test with dignity, the reward will be great. You will strengthen your inner strength and learn to cope with any difficulties. Your intuition will become sharper, and you will begin to better feel the signs of the universe. And most importantly, you will discover new paths and opportunities that you never even suspected before. To help you get through this period of chaos, I want to offer you a simple but effective grounding practice. Find a quiet place where no one will bother you. Sit comfortably, relax, and close your eyes. Take a few deep breaths in and out. Imagine roots growing out of your feet that go deep into the ground. Feel the connection with the earth, with its stability and strength. Imagine all your fears and anxieties going through these roots into the ground, where they are transformed into energy. Stay in this state for a few minutes until you feel calmer and more confident. This practice can be done at any time when you feel you are losing control of the situation. Remember, Scorpios, you are strong and courageous souls. You are capable of going through any trials. Trust yourself, trust the universe, and you will surely emerge from this chaos renewed and enlightened. But what about when the world around you seems intent on penetrating the very sanctuary of your soul? And so, Scorpios, we have reached the culmination of this period of transformation, the fourth spiritual attack, the final battle in this karmic cycle. Now, more than ever, you must show all your inner strength and wisdom. The essence of this challenge lies in the need to protect your energy temple, to protect the inner light from the encroachments of darkness. Remember, Scorpios, you are powerful conductors of energy, and that is why you are so attractive to those who seek to profit from your strength. What traps await you on this path? Involvement in other people's conflicts, when they try to make you a pawn in someone else's game. The temptation to succumb to someone else's influence, when you are convinced that you are not good enough, not strong enough, not worthy enough. And, perhaps the most dangerous thing is the loss of faith in yourself, when doubts and fears begin to overshadow your inner compass. But do not be afraid, dear Scorpios. You have everything you need to get through this test with honor. Your spiritual task this week is to become an impregnable fortress against negative energy. Practice mindfulness, observe your thoughts and feelings, and don't let them drag you into the abyss of fear and doubt. Choose an environment that fills you with energy, that supports and inspires you to new achievements. Avoid those who sow chaos and negativity around them. Visualize a shining cocoon of light around you, impenetrable to any darkness. Turn to higher powers, ask for protection and guidance. And remember, Scorpios, that the reward for passing this test will be great. You will strengthen your connection with your spiritual self, raise your vibrations to a new level, and attract positive events and people into your life. You will become even stronger, wiser, and more confident. Remember how recently you learned to set boundaries, how you gained faith in abundance, how you accepted chaos as an opportunity for growth. All these lessons have brought you here, to this final frontier. But what if the source of this energetic thread is deeper than it seems? What if it lies in those areas of your life that have remained in the shadows until now? So, Scorpios, we have reached the final phase of this intense period of transformation. Remember all the lessons that the universe has generously presented to you in recent weeks. Every test, every spiritual attack was not an obstacle, but a step on the path to your highest realization. Remember that even in the darkest of times, your inner strength is a beacon that can lead you to the light. As you stand on the threshold of a new chapter, allow me to remind you of the key principles that will help you not only endure but triumphantly complete this karmic cycle. Trust your intuition like never before. Your inner compass is attuned to the highest truth. Listen to the whispers of your soul, even if they contradict logic or the opinions of others. Right now, in moments of doubt, intuition will be your most reliable guide. It will show you the right path through the fog of uncertainty. Set boundaries with love and compassion, but do so firmly and uncompromisingly. Protect your energetic temple from encroachment. Remember that saying, "No," is not selfishness, but a manifestation of self-love and respect for your energy. Let go of guilt and allow yourself to be an impregnable fortress against negativity. Believe in the abundance of the universe, even when it seems that resources are running out. Focus on gratitude for what you already have and open yourself to the flow of opportunities. Cast aside the fear of scarcity, for it is only an illusion created by the mind. Remember that the universe is limitless in its generosity, and you deserve all the best. Accept changes as gifts disguised as trials. Release control and trust the flow of life. Allow yourself to be flexible and adaptable, like water flowing around any obstacle. Know that behind every chaos lies a new order, behind every loss a new acquisition. Scorpios, you are warriors of light, born for transformation and rebirth. You possess incredible willpower, deep intuition, and the ability to overcome any obstacle. Believe in yourself, trust the universe, and boldly go forward. After this final karmic battle, a period of unprecedented growth, prosperity, and spiritual fulfillment awaits you. You have earned it. Allow yourself to accept all the blessings that fate has prepared for you. What if I told you that the key to even greater power lies in understanding the influence of one's celestial body,